Welcome back on a Monday night to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and our live coverage of the Monday Night Thunder Dirt Slingers Racing League RockinK Logistics 410 Outlaw Sprint Cars, the Bull Ring, Kokomo. Man, this place, it even looks small on camera, but it races so small. The track is huge, wide, but it is very short. Runs around here pretty quickly. It is a quarter mile. You can see it is not 360s, it's 410s tonight, but we are 90 degrees. Our track temperature is only 80 degrees, though. A little bit of water cools things off. Gonna be a fun one. 21 drivers have checked in tonight for racing action. Among those drivers, the old tiny dancer there, the 118 of Scott King, Trevor Royer in the house. Larry Moody is in the server. Ryan Scheidt back in action after a short vacation for him. The Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan is in here. There's Noah Bowman in the 24 car. There's Dean Reynolds. Matt Grimm side by side right there. The Flying Buckeye, Matt Westfall. He's raced here a few times. And then there's Garrett Boyd in the 21. Random pill draws for their starting spots tonight. They'll get out here and rip it up in the heat races. I believe we are going to have 3 of those. Should be 7 or 8 cars in each one. Everybody will be going to the feature. We start 22 of them here at DSRL. They will have a 30-lap A main. So 3 heats, that'll determine where everybody's going to start. And then a little warm-up session. They'll get about 60 seconds for that, and then we will advance it, get them going, and we'll get our features out of the way for this evening. Big block race was really good. If you missed it, shame on you. Go back and watch the replay. Make sure you say hi in the chat. Don't care where you are. If you're on Facebook, like, share, follow. Make sure you say hi. Shout out your favorite driver. If you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Trovo, hit subscribe. You'll know every time we go live. Also, say hi in the live chat. All right, heat race time. 10 cars for heat race number 1. How that's working out. But, hey, whatever. Here we go. It is time. On the pole in the 1X, that is going to be the Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan. And next to him, oh my goodness, I don't know how these two got on the front row, but that is scary. The 23 of Alex Strzynski. The 32 of Anthony Morano next to the 11 of Richie Gaines in row 2. And then Tiny Dancer in the 118 and Matt Grimm in the 91 making up row 3. 488 of Carson Smith next to the 6 of Rylan Gray. Rare appearance from Gray Automotives. Number 6 machine in here. They're in row number 4 in your 5th and final row. Ryan Paget in the 98 and JP Scheider in the 5 car. So it will say 71. It's actually just the 1. For Mason Hannigan. Hello, Deb. Welcome to the show. One of our Facebook viewers. Tires are out tonight. That means they are out in the dirt. They are not along the edge of the grass. That means these drivers will have to run a little bit up from the grass. That very bottom lane, for some reason, just keeps a lot of grip in it. We didn't want these guys getting down there and taking advantage of that. We want them to have to race a little bit. So, our pace car is out of the way. And that means Hannigan going to jump on the loud pedal. He'll get us started out of turn number 4. And he will go right to the lead. Single file, top 2, top 3, because Morano is up there as well. He's going to have a little company momentarily as Richie Gaines took a look on that 11 car. Up the inside now. Gaines trying to work to the high side. Not going to get there. Matt Grimm is going to keep that high side pinned open. We're going to have caution early in this one. Deb, look away. Don't look. You're not going to like it. 3 wide was the 18 car for 4th place, 5th place. Getting down into turn. Oh, yeah, he got low. I said something about the tires being there. And, of course, Tiny Dancer is going to be the first one to break his little slipper and get down there into the tires on the bottom of the track. So we'll slow it down in Heat 1. It'll be Hannigan, Straczynski, Morano, Gaines, Gray, Grimm, Smith, Scheider, Paget, and 22 man himself. He'll be in the infield for this one. We'll see him back in the feature. He'll have to start at the back of the field, but he'll be back in the feature. We'll probably get one to go right here. We're looking for our pace car. I don't know where our pace car is. Right there in the middle of 1 and 2. Lights are already off. That means he'll get out of the way in the middle of the backstretch. We will pace to 3 and 4. And right about the middle of the corner, we'll see Mason Hannigan jump back into the throttle. Get us restarted with 5 laps remaining in heat number 1.
Green.
Top 3, great start. Top 4, great starts. I think everybody got a good start in this one. Down the backstretch, jostling for positions. Morano and Gaines are not done with one another, but Ryland Gray is going to have something to say about who's going to finish in 4th or 3rd even here. Oh, Gray up the hill and into Morano. We're going to get caution once again.
Caution is out.
This time we have got the drone cam following the 32 car. You're going to see from the left-hand side of the screen, up the hill. A little bit of contact. And the front suspension on that 32 car destroyed. That means he will be off track. This place is difficult. It is tight racing. The track is big and wide, but the racing is very tight because everything happens so quick. We may as well be flying jet fighters in a gymnasium, running around here with these big 900 horsepower sprint cars. So we'll get them lined up nose to tail. We're going to get ready for a restart. 3-lap shootout to finish up heat number 1. A little blinking out of the 23. Down the hill and towards turns 1 and 2. Slider from the 98. A Paget got into the side of the 11. That opens the door for Scheiderer. JP says, thank you very much, boys. You can sit there and argue all you like. I'm just going to take spots and get closer to the front of this thing. Now works around Paget. Put him up to 3rd. Hannigan, Straczynski, Scheiderer, 1, 2, 3. White flag out this time. And it has been kind of an easy cruise for the driver of the 1X. Mason Hannigan going to victory lane. Straczynski 2nd, Scheiderer, then Gaines. Ryland Gray 5th. Smith, Paget 6 and 7. Grimm is 8th. Morano 9th. And King in 10th. So we may have ended up with 20 cars because I think the 73 disqualified himself and he will jump out of our starting grid. So we'll have 10 more cars. This will be the last heat race. We're going to start them up with a pole sitter. The 3 of Jay Shaft and the 32 of Tom Ostendorf will be on his outside in the front row. Then Ryan Scheidt in his return in the 10 car. Row 2 to the inside, next to the 54 of Matt Westfall. 21 of Garrett Boyd, next to Jake Boxell in the 44, row 3. Your 4th row, Gavin Chatham in the 24, and Dean Reynolds in the 79. And on the back row, still mired in the funk of horrible pill draws. The 90 of Trevor Royer alongside the 24 of Noah Bowman. All right, drivers have been shown where the start line is this time around. Well, that's where those tires go. And if you'll notice, that one was secured down pretty good, Scotty King. All right, pace truck is in. We are ready for Jay Schaff to get us started here. Schaff turns hard left, stomps on the throttle. I thought he was going to pick the front end up, but he gets away with the lead. Ryan Scheit going to bring the 10 car up to the second spot quickly. Banks it off the fence out of turn number 4. He keeps it underneath him. Garrett Boyd brings the 21 up to the third spot. Good moves already for him. He started 5th. He's going to run 3rd, and then behind him, madhouse time. Here comes the 54 of Matt Westphal, the Flying Buckeye. Trying to make some noise right next to the 99 of Gavin Chatham. It says 124 on the pilots and 99 on the wing. Oh, he and Royer, and so far we don't have I don't know why we don't have a caution. We did not get a caution out of that contact right there. Royer right through the 54 of Westphal. And I said the same matter can't occupy the same space. I think I might have been proven wrong right there. Well, hello, Mr. Rusty Lee. So Schaff out in front. Scheit is second. Boyd is third. Chatham is fourth. Royer closing in quickly. Well, already down to 2 to go in this one. Laps ticked off very quickly here. It's a tiny bull ring. White flag already in the air. 54 car looks like he's broken pretty good. He's going to get out of everybody's way. Trevor Royer on the front stretch on the white flag. He is going to rip it out there. Schaff will win it. Scheit second. Boyd third. Chatham, Bowman, Reynolds, Boxell. And then Ostendorf in 8th. Royer and Westphal out. And I want to jump back real quick before this happened. I want to see what kind of happened to Trevor Royer if we get a chance. Oh, tried to go between cars. Yeah, and then he was coming back down the hill and got clipped. Unfortunate there. Definitely unfortunate. All right, they're going to give him just a few seconds here in the warm-up. I think it's just going to be about 60 seconds. They'll call the drivers out, give them a chance to go out and run on the racing surface. No B main required tonight. A lot of the drivers will come out. They want to get last-second adjustments, make sure they've got enough fuel. Check their fuel mileage settings, and then they will clear them off the track, and we'll get ready to go feature racing for 30 green flag laps. Shows are going by quick tonight. Guys are doing a pretty good, decent job of racing tonight. I still don't know what happened in that deal between Westphal and Royer, but no caution, even though those two cars were locked up together like a couple old rabid dogs. All right, driver shouldn't get a lot of time on this, I don't think. They'll advance the session, get them ready to go. Ostendorf, Boyd, and Gaines not partaking in tonight's warm-up session. Anybody in? Nope. We'll talk to our top 3 at the end of the feature. Want to remind everybody about tomorrow night. I'll probably do this again before we get out of here. 8:30, about 8:15 Eastern. We'll go live ERA Pavement Late Model Series. That'll be the season finale for the Amp Grading and Excavation Pavement Late Model Series. We'll crown a champion. 2 drivers, really only 2 in the hunt in that deal. Dylan Connor and Jeff Town. And it will come down to finishing position on the last lap to decide it, because it's less than 10 points. Nothing scheduled for the rest of the week after Tuesday night at the moment. That doesn't mean that won't change. We're kind of in one of those transition periods where leagues are ending. Some are getting ready to start back up. We do know that Wednesday nights, back on March the 12th, Midwest Truck Series kicking off another season. They'll be back live with us. Their Pro Late Model Series will be a Sunday night hit and miss series. When I'm available, I'm going to cover every one of those races. There'll just be some nights that I am not. Had to decline a Saturday series for the same reason about the Sunday series. When I'm at the lake house, I really don't want to come home early, and I don't want to miss time there to sit here in race control and cover races. So we take from about March 1st to about October 31st, kind of off Friday, Saturday, and most Sundays that we can. I'm a lake rat. I want to be on the water. All right, session coming to a close. Trevor Royer was the quickest in the session. And we're going to get ready for 30 laps of green flag racing with the RockinK Logistics 410 Outlaw Series on Monday Night Thunder. Well, we got to go through the starting lineup first. And in order to do that, we got to get the right camera angle so you can see all those cars getting ready to line up. It's going to be the 1X of Mason Hannigan next to the 3 of Jay Schaff on our front row. 23 of Alex Jasinski, the 10 of Ryan Scheidt in row 2. JP Scheider in the 5. Starts inside row number 3 next to the 21 of Garrett Boyd. Then the 11 of Richie Gaines, the 99 of Gavin Shatham in row number 4. The 06 of Rylan Gray and the 24 of Noah Bowman making up row 5. Carson Smith in the 488. Dean Reynolds in the 79 in our 6th row. Our 7th row, the 98 of Ryan Paget next to the 44 of Jacob Boxell. And then the 32 of Anthony Morano and the 32 of Tom Ostendorf. One is green, one is white. Morano in the green car and Ostendorf in that white one. They make up row 8, 9. That is the 91 of Matt Grimm inside, the 90 of Trevor Royer on the outside, and then Tiny Dancer in the 118, and the Flying Buckeye in the 54. Scott King and Matt Westfall in our 10th and final row. Couple of drivers serving penalties. They were bad boys last time we came out in the sprint cars, and they will have to drop to the back of the field. The 21 and the 79 will be those two drivers. I think the 11 goes with them, possibly the 54, because Matt Westfall was supposed to start way closer to the front than that. So giving up good starting spots because of some penalties from the previous week, but they got a chance to work back through it. We got 30 green flag laps, and we're fixing to drop the green flag here.
Green, green, green.
And we're underway. No doubt Hannigan was going to do exactly what he did, drop the hammer, go straight to the top as quickly as possible. Schaff and Shazinski almost had a moment down the backstretch on the first lap. Top 4 single file, 5th and 6th, and we're going to have a caution. Ryan Paget is going to have a problem in the 98 car. Working right down to the bottom as close to those tires as he could get. Got the front end up, went across Carson Smith's nose, and then collects Ostendorf, gets a piece of Dean Reynolds right there, but he got off the bottom, got the nose up off the ground, and the car took off with him right across Carson Smith's nose. Chain reaction incident. So we're going to see 2 or 3 drivers head for pit road, looking for damage repair. Trevor Royer, one of those. Ryan Paget, Tom Ostendorf. Those 3 are in the work area in the infield. We'll see if any of them can make their way back out. Once we go green, they have to stay in the infield until the next caution. Here comes Royer. rolling out just before the green flag. He's going to have to drop to the back. Couple cars got to pass him, but we're ready for green flag racing action. Out of 4.
Flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air as Hannigan gets us restarted. A little side by side back here. Grimm and Morano were going at it. I think. Oh, car out of shape. That's Ryan Scheidt in the 10. There'll be some contact. It looks like he's going to be able to do something. Well, he's going to take it to the infield, get it out of everybody's way. He may have banked that thing off the fence. So the tiny bull ring claiming its victims and claiming them quick. Hannigan way out front. Scheiderer is up to second. It's a three-way battle for third. Gray, Schaff, Shazinski. They were 3 wide in turn 4. They worked that all out. A little bit of tippity-tap in there. Gray gets sideways, saves the car. He's going to lose some position, but he's going to be able to continue. Falls back to 6th, right in front of Gavin Chatham. He'll go back to the top side, start to regroup, find his rhythm, see if he can work his way back to the front. Grimm is 8th. Westfall and Morano side by side. There's Trevor Royer in the middle of this again. There's Richie Gaines in the 11 car. These guys are slicing and dicing. They are right on top of one another. Definitely making it interesting. Westfall finding a little outside fence. Car's going to drag slow. He's going to pull it down. He'll fall all the way back to 12th. Gaines in 11th, looking for 10th off Morano. Can't get it. I'll show you these guys. There's the back of the field. There's the front of the field, and that is Scott King and Jacob Boxell right in front of the leaders. We're going to be in lap traffic here. We just about to halfway. About 3 laps shy of being at halfway right here. And I'll tell you what, Mason Hannigan already carving into the traffic. Splits between Scott King and Jake Boxell. And J.P. Scheider used that to his advantage, and he crawls right back into it, right up on the push bar on the back of the 1 car. Still in some traffic. A couple more cars have headed to pit road. The work area, at least in the infield right there. We're back here. Dean Reynolds is going to go lap down. Battle for the lead. Slider from Scheiderer. He had it momentarily, and Hannigan crossed him right back over. Scheiderer thought he'd use the 79 car as a pick, and it didn't work out for him. Now he does it again. Hannigan just making it look too easy. Side by side, and Dean Reynolds. Lap car doesn't. He's hoping for a caution. He can stay on the lead lap. Here comes Scheiderer with a slider. Goes across the nose of Reynolds as well. Still didn't pick up the spot. Hannigan took it right back. We're watching a great battle in traffic at the front of this field. Now Scheiderer to the point for the first time with 11 laps remaining. Scheiderer trying to go between cars, splits the difference, threads the needle, puts a couple of lap cars between himself and Mason Hannigan. That might be the difference. He went around Westfall and Boyd, and now Hannigan is trying to work to the top side to get around these two. He'll clear Westfall, and he'll go back on the hunt for the 5 car. 8 laps remaining. Gray is third. He recovered and now is back here in third. He's carving through this traffic as well. He and Dean Reynolds are going to get together and have a little bit of a moment. That's going to open things up for Noah Bowman. Bowman will go back to third, but I'm going back to the front. It looks like Scheiderer trying to get away, but he's only gotten about 5-6 car lengths. This time opens it up to half a second down the backstretch. 6 to go this time. Jace Schaff up to that third spot. Caution, it'll reset everything. Westfall and Gray maybe had him a moment here. I think Rylan Gray may be the one here. Oh, no tire. Nope. Not going to be that driver. It's going to be this one. Let's go back and watch the 6. It's Noah Bowman, Jay Schaff right there. So still battling for third. Bowman kind of shut the door, and then sixth car found his way to the top, broke in right front suspension, had to stop it on the front stretch, and that dropped the caution flag. Whew, that got wild with 5 to go. We're at the wave lap, and it has been slider battle for the lead going through traffic. Scheider, Hannigan, Schaff, Bowman, Chatham, Grimm, Royer, Morano, Boyd are the top 9. Dean Reynolds a lap down in 10th. Probably get a wave around here. Scott King, Jacob Boxell, and Garrett Boyd through 12th. Those 4 drivers a lap down. Everybody else is off track in the pits. So no wave arounds. We'll watch the front because we're coming around. The green flag will fall with 5 laps remaining.
Green flag.
Scheider with clean track. Got a great restart. Single file in the restart. Everybody looking for finishing position. Jay Schaff was under fire from Noah Bowman momentarily. This time Hannigan with a big slider in 1 and 2, and it didn't stick for him. Scheider got right back by. Up against the outside fence, both drivers trying to keep the car off of that concrete. Trying to get a little bit of traction up there in those marbles where the wet stuff is at. We're inside 2 to go. We're coming around to the white flag. J.P. Scheider out in front. Half a second. Hannigan trying to run him down. Will he go for the slider in 3 and 4? He goes in low. He goes along with it. It's not going to work out. Scheider wins at Kokomo. Noah Bowman takes the 3rd spot. Schaff and Grimm 4 and 5. Royer 6th, Chatham 7th, 8th was Morano, Reynolds in 9th, King 10th, Boxell 11th, Boyd 12th, Gray was 13th, Westfall 14th, Smith 15th, Gaines in 16th, Straczynski 17th, Scheit was 18th, Ostendorf 19th, and Paget rounded out the field tonight. So let's get our top 3. Hannigan's already made his way in. We were waiting for Mr. Bowman. There's Mr. Scheider. Now there's Mr. Bowman. Now let's grab him. Let's talk to the driver finished in 3rd. Noah Bowman, you got a copy?
Yes.
Last lap pass out of the last corner. You're going to come home on the podium, man. Tell us, how tough was the bull ring here at Kokomo tonight with our 410s?
It was tough. The car was a handful. I was just kind of, once the track got slick, I was able to keep up, and with the nose wing kind of bent, since the track's so small, you can still kind of keep up. So I kind of got lucky there. Kind of dodged some squirrels. I wasn't sure really what was going on. The dude in front of me kind of just shot up the track. He went for the bottom and shot up the straightaway, and I lifted for him, but yeah, I don't know. It was a pretty wild race.
Looked like you guys got into some lap traffic there, and you and Jay Schaff, Matt Grimm, you guys were all kind of slicing and dicing, going back and forth at each other. A little nerve-wracking or just a lot of fun?
Sometimes it was nerve-wracking, just waiting for the guys to wreck. It was just kind of just had to wait for him to make a mistake and kind of go where they weren't.
All right, man. Well, an awesome run. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous. We'll let you get out of here tonight.
I'd like to thank you for putting this on and streaming it, and Indy Race Parts Esports, Red Driver Marketing Solutions, Moser Racing, MBR Performance.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
Thank you.
Noah Bowman finishing in 3rd. Now we'll move on. He's got a different number almost every time I see him. I can't keep up with 22, nope. 71, 1X
on 1X 410, 22,
468. It's hard to tell, but Mason Hannigan, Mason Hannigan, you had your way pretty early. Then you guys got to traffic, and Mr. Scheider got there, and you guys put on a hell of a show carving your way through traffic.
Yeah, I was good, and I stopped making good laps, and then we got the traffic, and yeah, I don't. Sometimes I just don't get lap traffic. We're racing for the lead, and we're racing you back, and it's just great. So that didn't help me at all. But JP was good. I knew JP was going to be good from the get go. He was fast in hot laps, and I figured we were probably the two best going into the night, and it showed. And we carved it up through traffic there. I think we're pretty even, but getting through traffic, it's like impossible here with some people. It's just like you race them and then they race you back like they're racing for the lead too, and they're racing for like 14th. So yeah, I don't know. The next time I guess I'm not going to be too nice about it. So yeah, it is what it is. But JP ran a hell of a race there, and he capitalized on the restart really good, and I had to run off 4 and slid him, and I think it was just too much too early. So and then he kind of adjusted in 3 and 4, and I think I got a little tight getting behind him down into 1 and smacked the fence. So yeah, it was a good race, and thank God we finished second. Wish we'd finished first, but at least we didn't yard sale the thing.
Well, that's always a plus if you're not out here giving away parts to the fans, my friend. Awesome run. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and I'm going to let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, all the boys, Black Diamond, Velocity Race Designs, Tim Sims, and thanks to Roger for putting this deal on, and the Madmans, and yeah, we'll be back next week, maybe. You never
All
know.
right, man. Thanks for chatting
Might
with us.
retire
Congrats.
next week too.
Oh, you will not. Stop it. Thanks, Mason. We'll see you next week, buddy.
Thank you.
The Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan finishing in second, and now he's finished second to him several times, but tonight he's going to stand atop the podium after putting on a great slider battle with Mason Hannigan, carving through traffic. JP, that would look like it was a lot of fun from where I'm sitting. It may not have been from where you're sitting.
Yeah, it was pretty fun there, Roger. Some butt puckering moments there. You definitely kind of got to know where the lap traffic's going, and dip and dive and do whatever you can to get around those cars. And I guess I kind of executed that pretty good tonight to pass Mason and the lap cars. Yeah.
Well, if we're going to have a candidate for Race of the Year right now, this one here in the tiny confines of Kokomo Speedway has to be at the top of that list just with the show that you guys put on up front. You carved your way through traffic. You didn't hit each other. You didn't hit any lap cars. And the lap cars didn't hit any of you guys. That makes for fantastic racing, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, it was super fun from the driver's seat as well. Yeah, just props to Mason for running clean. Same with the lap cars there, giving each other space when it was needed, and me and Mason taking what they were given. So that was very fun.
Well, an awesome run you win tonight, man. Give me the shout-outs, the thank yous before we let you go celebrate.
Yeah, Aero Sim Sport, Miller Built Setups, Tyler Hessen Driving School, and Gage Stevens Designs gets this hot rod around the track. So thank them.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the win. We will see you back next week.
Thank you, Roger. Also, shout out to you for broadcasting. So.
All right, my man. Have a good night.
Yes, sir.
JP Scheider picking up the win here tonight at Kokomo. And like I said, I think Race of the Year candidate right there, because I love nothing more than to see the leaders go at each other, do it clean, stay on top of the wheel, stay on top of the throttle, and carve through the lap traffic. And the lap traffic, in my opinion, did a fantastic job. No contact. Yeah, there was some lines moving around a little bit, but man, you know what? If you're that much faster than those guys, you're going to find your way around them, even if you are in a battle, because they don't know what's coming from behind. Nobody has a mirror. So it made for a great race. I don't know how you guys felt about it, but I think that was probably one of the better sprint car races we've seen in a long time here on the network. So kudos to all the drivers for that. I want to thank all of you for being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this. And without all of the great racing from all the great leagues, there's nothing for us to cover. So high fives, pats on the back all the way around. Don't forget to tune in with us tomorrow night for ERA, 8:15 Eastern start time. Till we see you again, Peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down. Keep it dirty.